Basically can't afford to lose from here, and let's see if they can get stuck into the Kangaroos. It's round 21 from the MCG. With McDonald and Hall getting forward, and Larkey, not normally in this situation, the one to deliver inside 50, but Zerha back in the team and back on the scoreboard.
Yeah, well done.
It's dangerous. Instead, it's Prestia sending it back out, but for how long? Bolton just enthusiastic, diving with his tackle. Thomas saw his way through. The build-up from Hall, not ideal for Goldstein. Had time and space on his side, though. And clever kick from Simpkin. Drops it short, and Larkey will get a good early look. 36 goals, 11 for the season. He's a very reliable kick for goal, and he's delivered the second for the Roos.
Got some players offside here.
Wow. Short pass to Anderson.
Got some space ahead of the ball now. Got one-on-ones ahead of the footy here.
And Marnie had his choice. He was spoiled for choice, really.
No, the minute that free kick.
6 goals, 5 from his 14 games this year. He's flirting with that post, but it goes the right side of it, and the Kangaroos have got 3 on the board. So the siren sounds at the MCG. 1 quarter in. And the Tigers have got some big issues. North Melbourne's strong form in the second half of the year continues. They're out to a 19-point lead at quarter time at the MCG. Revolt and Tarrant had slipped over ahead of the play. Richmond are able to keep some flow going. Is that a free kick to Coleman Jones? He's felled.
It's a bad one. It was a bad one.
Goes in his first game for the season, and second overall. And then 2 and 2. Before he just struggled a little. Richmond needed something, and the big fella has delivered.
A tough month of footy for the big key forward.
He's had a lot of service, has he?
It's a free kick against Shea Bolton, against way down in the forward pocket. He grabbed Kane Turner and flung him to the ground.
And 50.
Now Bolton comes to the bench, so it's a little message in all of that.
And Zerha to punish them fully. He has. Slips it through for the Kangaroos' 4th. To Taylor. So far so good for North as they head forward. Larkey's run back to the goal square, so can they find the link? It might be Hall himself. He delivers. It's going to fall a bit short, but Zerha cuts in from the side and takes the mark, and they continue to cut holes in the Tigers.
The last 5 weeks in the competition.
It's a great story really of resurrection of his career, isn't he? As Zerha again delivers for the Kangaroos when others couldn't. 2 in a row for Cam Zerha, and the Kangaroos' lead expands to 26 points.
Yeah.
Nervous, trying to put a fist into it. Scott can't get past.
I think he's had a very good year, guys. Yeah, Mackay, you know, a lot of inside 50s against. He's held up. He's been one of the better key defenders this season. A good match-up between him and his brother.
Well, to stack. Uses the stand rule to go. Jack can't get a real jump at it. He might get a free, though. Some high contact to give them some late hope in the term. With his shot in the opening term, this should be an easier proposition. And it just squeezes through for a goal. And that's something to work with for the Tigers, whose season is on the line. They can lose today and still make the finals, but it's very unlikely. And certainly the way they're playing, they don't deserve to make it. The Kangaroos lead by 20. Graham to kick it forward into the space in front of Lynch, which Zeeble fills with great expertise.
Well, he's becoming an issue as well. Aaron Hall for the footy he's getting, and Zeeble for the everything other than that.
Yes, that's a horrible mistake for someone so experienced, Jack Zeeble. And points from 35 out. Edwards gets it done. And the Tigers are close enough.
Yeah, it's got take it. We'll try and take it off here, which becomes a nice arm wrestle.
They've won it back. Graham for Prestia. Didn't take the handball. Decides to make a full assessment. He's one of the better deliveries into the 50 for Richmond, and he showed it there. His patience pays off, and Graham takes the mark.
Is that pass he plays on there? Just gets it inside 50.
I'm not sure that Fostone's any closer to goal than where Graham was, where he took the mark. In fact, I think he's further out. He is probably a longer kick, but...
Have they said that?
Simpkin Margin is 12 now.
Here's this battle we're talking about, how they want to exit and how Richmond want to dare them to exit, because they want to do exactly that.
Bolton winds up, he blasts away, and that's why it's back to a one-goal ball game.
Did he mean that?
Back to Lambert, it's all go now for the Tigers. Ken Graham plays his part, cuts the kick through the middle of the MCG, gets away from Prestia, he's on it now, and look who is on the outside. It's short with a menacing long kick. He decides instead to put it in front of Edwards. If you don't think you can kick it far enough, but Edwards goes back and takes it on himself and gets it comfortably through like the star that he is. It's a one-point ball game. 1 point. And now it's on out of the middle. Stevenson threads it through impressively to Thomas. A direct line to the front of goals. That's the way to do it, and Zurha. And this for his 4th goal, Cam Zurha. And that's just what they needed at the right time for Cam Zurha. Stops the run of 4 goals in a row. Richmond was there again, and Big Nank throws his body back on top.
Even when they get a centre-bounce clearance, they don't. Big Nank kicked it up in the air.
And he just wanders off now. Heaves the boot into it. From the side, Zeeble crashed the pack. Turner under immense pressure. Oh, and the handball from Walker. He's coughed it up. Baker, here we go!
Oh, perfect.
Rioli puts it through, and the widest smiling footy as they get around Maurice Rioli Jr. Maurice Rioli kicking goals at the MCG in a Tiger jumper. How good is that?
7 in this 3rd term, so they're being forced to operate at a speed they can't handle.
And Goldstein couldn't take the mark, so zigzagging from Prestia was impressive. The handballs are linked up. It got to Rioli, came to a bit of a stop. Baker somehow found his way into the ball. Parker, that could be through, and Richmond are in front. First time in the game the Tigers hit the lead. It's in the minds of North Melbourne, and they're on their way again, the Tigers, to half-forward. Revolt, supreme judgment. Lynch heads back towards goal. It's pretty well stocked down there as it stands. Ralph Smith misfires. Still alive, though, for Parker. Went at it once, went at it twice. Went back for Revolt. Just couldn't get enough forward momentum to have a shot. So he popped it up. It got through to Baker. And he kicks another one.
Wow.
Tigers of old, they've got the momentum up now.
Misses the mark. The back up from McDonald. They've got it to Davies-Uniacke and then to Hall. They're just avoiding the Tiger pressure. They get through by the skin of their teeth, and then Anderson delivers wide for Stevenson, who feels it straight away from short. Now Marnie from the corner. Short to Taylor. Well, somehow they've taken a mark inside 50. In arrears right now, a little bit shell-shocked. A goal is exactly what Curtis Taylor is able to give them. Davies-Uniacke, but he had him in his sights. Big Nank forces the turnover. Graham, suddenly they're probing away. Oh, the mark not paid to Mackay. He had to turn tackler straight away. And it was absolutely desperate stakes because they're circling here, Richmond. Coleman Jones got the ball to boot and has edged it through.
You're telling little blokes, that's how you do it, boys, during the week. But I think that was that passage of play. There's the goal there. Confirmation of the goal.
Here in terms of trying to get another score. So what a quarter from Richmond. Maurice Rioli Jr. in his first game of AFL footy at the MCG. He's kicked a goal and he was part of this Richmond surge. 7 for the term, just 2 for North. And it's Richmond at the final turn that lead by 10. Guys, they fight it in the air and then on the ground. It ends up going North Melbourne's way. Simpkin was pivotal again from Tarrant to Hall. Didn't have that same influence in the 3rd term, Hall, but he gets a target inside 50, and it's Marnie.
And these are the chances they've got to take if they're starting to believe. And
gave it to Hall, who wasn't really in a position, but it does allow Marnie to get a little closer and hit it the sweet spot. Back to 4 points. On. Dow becoming more confident.
How bad was that kick inside North Melbourne's 50? You had the big men down there and you went for the little fella in Eddie Ford.
Graham's just pulled up a little sore. I think he's okay. He's just coming from the ground. Back to Flostone. And the full setup is on. Stack got himself onto the left side, which made the kick more difficult. He executed pretty well. It wasn't far off. Look at Bolton weave a little bit on the way through. And they say, Hugo, and he's kicked it! Ralph Smith lands a big blow in this final term. 11 again, and the onus is on the Kangaroos to turn the tables. Goldstein, Anderson, Baker. Some room to manoeuvre to Prestia. Thumps it deep, Revolt. Didn't need to jump, and he realised that he had body position on Bonner, and he takes the mark for the break earlier on. And now he can extend it to a match-high 17 points for Richmond. He couldn't have split the middle any more conclusively than that, Jack Revolt. And Richmond leads by 17 points. And it's going their way again out of the middle. Bolton goes as long as he can, as quick as he can to Revolt, who wasn't far off. Parker popped it over to Prestia, and they're on their way now, the Tigers. They probably only need one more to finish off the Kangaroos. It's 23 points the difference. Although the ball got away from Parker unexpectedly, Prestia was there with the backup. So Matt Parker into the full twist and turn. Short to Cochin. And Stack again just able to keep his feet enough to get the kick away to Baker. So Baker to make it a 29-point ball game. And that's just fine. Don't count them out yet. The Tigers find a second wind to overcome the Kangaroos. We've seen the name Maurice Rioli back on the MCG. He's kicked his first goal in AFL footy as junior, and he's been part of a winning team. The Tigers get home by 33 points, and they're still going to make some other teams nervous, at the very least this year.